Hello friends, welcome to the design of beam for shear. Today we are going to discuss about the design of a beam for shear. Myself, Professor Madhav Kadam, Head and Professor Civil Engineering Department, NMEPS, KBT, College of Engineering, Nasik. While you are designing a beam for shear, following points are very important. That is, RCC members are normally designed for limit state of collapse in flexure rather than in shear. Shear failure, which is a reality occurs under the combined action of shearing force and bending moment, is characterized by very small deflection and lack of ductility. This failure is many times sudden and without any warning. Due to this reason, the shear failure is considered very undesirable and usually avoided. Shear stress in RC beam. This is according to the clause of IS 456-2000, clause number 40. This indicates the cross section of the member beam. This indicates the shear stress distribution across the cross section of the beam. Second figure indicates the cross section of RC beam having width as a B and effective depth as a D. It's a neutral axis. This is considered as a depth of the neutral axis and maximum shear stress up to the. Using elastic condition, the total shear V is given by the area of stress diagram multiplied by the width. Shear stress distribution diagram is a parabolic in nature, so while you are calculating the area of a parabola, it is equal to 2/3, that is the depth of the parabolic portion into the maximum shear stress into the width of the RC beam plus d minus x into tau into b. Solving this equation, we get tau into b d minus x by 3, and finally we get the equation tau is equal to v divided by b by z, whereas z is a lever arm, x be the depth of the neutral axis from the compression phase, d is the effective depth, and tau be the maximum shear stress. Nominal shear stress in a beam of uniform depth shall be obtained by the following equation, that is tau v is equal to vu divided by b into d, or that is vu is equal to tau v b into d. Design of shear reinforcement. This is according to the clause 40.4. When tau v is less than tau c given in table 19 of IS code, minimum shear reinforcement shall be provided in accordance with the clause 26.5.1.6, which is given on page number 48. Minimum shear reinforcement in the form of stirrups shall be provided, such as SV divided by B into SV, which is greater than or equal to 0.4 divided by 0.87 times Fy, where SV is the total cross-sectional area of the stirrups leg effective in shear. B is the breadth of the beam. SV stirrups of spacing along the length of the member. Fy characteristic strength of stirrups reinforcement in Newton per mm square, which shall not be taken greater than grade of steel, that is Fe 415 Newton per mm square. Design of shear reinforcement is according to the clause 40.4. When tau v exceeds tau c given in table 19, shear reinforcement shall be provided in any of the following forms. First, vertical stirrups. VUS is equal to 0.87 times Fy ASVD divided by SV. Second, bent up bars along with the stirrups. For single bar or single group of parallel bars, all bent up bars same cross section, VUS is equal to 0.87 times Fy ASVD divided by SV into sin alpha into cos alpha. And third one is inclined stirrups, which is expressed as a 0.87 times Fy ASV sin alpha, whereas ASV total cross sectional area of the stirrups leg effective in shear. SV stirrup spacing along the length of the member. Fy characteristic strength of the stirrups reinforcement in Newton per mm square. D is effective depth. alpha is angle between the inclined stirrups or bent up bars and axis of the member not less than figure. This is considered as a support reaction. Support reaction is considered as a VU. If beam subjected to end moments, that is MAB as a simply supported end and MAB be the last end with UDL throughout of magnitude W over a span of L meter, then VU max is calculated as follows. That is VU max is equal to W into L divided by 2 plus moment at first end minus moment at the last end divided by the span. Calculate the design shear. VUD is equal to VU max minus VU in the bracket BS by 2 plus D, where B is the breadth of the support and D is the effective depth. Obtain the maximum allowable ultimate shear, that is VUC max, as follows. VUC max is expressed tau C max B into D. This is taken, tau C max is taken from table number 20 on page number 73 of IS. Check that VUD is less than or equal to VUC max. VUD, if VUD is greater than VUC max, increase the cross section. Calculate the ultimate shear resisted by the concrete, that is VUC is equal to tau C B into D from table 19 page number 73. Calculate ultimate shear resisted by the minimum vertical stirrups. VUS V minimum is expressed 0.4 times B into D. Calculate ultimate shear resisted by the RC member with minimum vertical stirrups as follows. That is VUR minimum is equal to VUR minimum plus VUC. If VUD is less than or equal to VUR minimum, provide the minimum stirrups at spacing given by as follows. That is S is equal to 0.87 times Fy ASB D divided by 0.4 times B. If VUD is greater than or equal to VUR minimum, design of shear reinforcement is required. Design of shear reinforcement. Shear carried by the shear reinforcement VUS is equal to VUD minus VUC. If bent up bars are used, calculate the shear carried by the bent up bars, that is VUSB is equal to 0.87 times Fy sin alpha divided, which is less than or equal to 0.5 times Vs. Whereas ASB is the area of bent up bar, alpha is the angle of bent up bar with horizontal. Ultimate shear to be carried by the vertical stirrups, VUSB is equal to VUS minus VUSB, which is greater than or equal to 0.5 times VUS, or VUSB is equal to VS when bent up bars are not used. That means VUSB becomes 0. Spacing of stirrups of area ASB is calculated as follows. That is 0.87 times Fy ASVD divided by VUSB, which is less than or equal to 0.75 times D, where D is the effective depth of the beam, or 300 mm, whichever is less, where Fy should not be greater than Fe415. Then calculate the zone of shear reinforcement. Zone 1 is considered as the length of zone of design shear reinforcement. LS2 is expressed VU max minus VUR minimum divided by W. Zone 2, zone of minimum shear reinforcement. LS2 is equal to VUR minimum minus 0.5 times VUC divided by W. Zone 3 is known as a zone of nominal shear reinforcement, whose length is expressed as a 0.5 times VUC divided by W. In zone 3, zone minimum diameter of stirrups shall be 6 mm and maximum spacing shall not be exceed 0.75 times D or 300 mm, whichever is less. Here we will take a practical example so that our concept will be clear. The statement of the problem is a simply supported RC beam 380 mm wide and 750 mm overall depth carries a UDL of 84 kN per meter, including cell plate of over a span of 6 meter. The beam is reinforced with 6 numbers of 20 mm diameter bars of grade AP500 in tension side face. Design shear reinforcement using vertical stirrups. Use M20 grade of concrete with effective cover 50 mm. Width of the support is considered as a 380 mm. Use load factor as a 1.5. First of all, you write down the given data. In this statement of the problem, B is taken as a 380, overall depth is 750, effective cover is 50, load factor is a 1.5, length of the beam is, that is span of the beam is 6 meter, Width of the support is considered as 380 mm. Area of steel 2280.79 mm square. W 84 kN per meter. FCK 20, Fy 500. Effective depth is 700 mm. And ultimate load is equal to 1.5 into 84. We get 126 kN per meter. Design of a beam for shear reinforcement. First of all, you calculate the VU max at the end of the beam, which is equal to VU max is equal to ultimate load on the beam into span divided by 2. By subtracting the values, we get 378 kN. Calculate the design shear. Ultimate design shear is calculated VU max minus WU in the bracket BS divided by 2 plus D is the effective depth of the beam. By subtracting the values, we get it as a 266 kN. Then obtain the maximum allowable ultimate shear VU max as follows. VUC max is equal to tau C max B into D. Tau C max is taken from IS on page number 73, table number 20, that is 2.8. By subtracting the values, we get VU max is equal to 744 kN, which is greater than VUD. Check that VUD is less than or equal to VUC max. If VUD is greater than VUC max, increase the cross section. Calculate the ultimate shear resisted by the concrete. VUC is equal to tau C B into D from table number 19, page number 73. Substituting the values of tau C in this equation, we get VUC is equal to 155.77 kN. Then calculate the ultimate shear resisted by minimum vertical stirrups, that is VUSV minimum is equal to 0.4 times B into D. By subtracting the values of B into D, we get VUSV minimum is equal to 106.4. Then calculate the ultimate shear resisted by the RC member with minimum vertical stirrups as follows. VUR minimum is equal to VSV minimum plus VUC. VUSV is already calculated, which is 106.4, and VUC is already calculated 155.77. So VUR minimum we get 262.17 kN, which is greater than VUD. That means the design of shear reinforcement is required. Shear carried by the shear reinforcement, VUSV is equal to VUS, which is equal to VUD minus VUC. VUD already calculated, VUC is already calculated. Substitute this value in this equation, we get VUSV is equal to 110.23 kN. Using two-legged stirrups of 8 mm diameter with Fe415, we get ASV is equal to 100.52 mm square. Spacing of stirrups of area ASV is calculated as follows: 0.87 times Fy ASVD divided by VUSV. By substituting the values of various parameters, we get spacing as 230 mm, which is less than or equal to 0.87 times Fy, 0.75 times D, 0.75 into 700, which is the effective depth, we get 525, and 300. Here in this case, we get the minimum spacing as 230 mm. Then you calculate the minimum shear reinforcement zone 2, that is spacing is equal to 0.87 times Fy divided by 0.4 times B, which is equal to 238.76, is normally rounding this value, we get 230. Calculate zone of shear reinforcement. Zone 1, length of zone of design of shear reinforcement. It is expressed as LS1 is equal to VU max minus VUR minimum divided by VU. By substituting the values of VU max and VUR and W, you get LS1 is equal to 919. Say it as a 0.92 meter. Providing 8 mm diameter of bars about 230 mm center to center, starting from first stirrups at 50 mm from face of the support, or a length of 0.92 mm in zone 1. Zone 2, which is known as zone of minimum shear reinforcement, and calculated LS2 is as follows, that is LS2 is equal to VUR minimum minus 0.5 times VUC divided by W. Substituting the values of VUR minimum and VUC and W, you get at LS2 is equal to 1462.52, say it as 1.47 meter. Providing 8 mm diameter of bars about 230 mm center to center in zone 2 over a length of 1.47 meter. Then you calculate the zone 3, zone of minimum shear reinforcement. LS3 is equal to 0.5 times VUC divided by VU. Substituting values of VUC and WU, we get LS3 is equal to 618.13. Rounding this value, we get it as 0.6 meter. Providing 8 mm diameter of bars about 300 mm center in zone 1 or length of 600. Here design of shear reinforcement is over. Then you will lastly draw the detailing of shear reinforcement in beam. So nominal bars are provided at the top, that is 2 of 12 mm diameter of bars. Then at tension zone, 6 of 20 mm diameter of bars are provided at the bottom of the beam. Then we already designed a zone 1 and zone 2. The spacing in zone 1 and zone 2 is we get as the same. So the spacing of shear reinforcement in zone 1st and 2nd is 8 mm diameter, 2 leg slopes about 230 mm center to center in zone 1 and 2, having length 920 mm, and zone 2 is 1480 mm. In zone 3, that is providing 8 mm diameter of 2 leg slopes about 300 mm center to center in zone 3. So this is the detailing of reinforcement. So here design of shear reinforcement of a beam is over. Thank you very much.